Alright, ladies and gentlemen of the YouTube citizens, y'all know who this is. This is your boy Dash True Inferno. Back at it with another Throwback Tunes on another Thursday, and this time I am still reviewing another Old Dirty Bastard album, but this time I am reviewing Nigga Plays. So this joint came out September 14th. Well, I see two release dates. One of them says September 14, 1999. The other one says September 11, 1999. So either way, it was released in September 1999, the middle of September. And it was recorded from 1998 up to 1999. And this was done under Electro Records. The producers involved were Buddha Monk, That Nigga Rap, DL, Flavorhood Productions, Gotti, Mr. Fingers, The Neptunes, RZA, aka RZA, and True Master. And I believe that is everybody who was involved with the production of this album. Now, this is the last official solo album released by Old Dirty during his lifetime, because sometime after that he unfortunately passed away. Now, and here's a little bit of background info. Before its release, Old Dirty announced multiple title possibilities for the album, including God Made Dirt and Dirt Don't Hurt, and The Black Man Is God, White Man Is the Devil. In a 1997 interview with MTV, which went unleashed until 2015, he said that the album might be called Dirty's World, which is very interesting. Alright, so let's take a look at the charts. So this album was number 10 on the top Billboard 200 chart. It was number 2 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums charts, and 33rd on the Canadian album charts. And it was gold by the RIAA and the MC. So there you go with that. Now let's move on with the name of the track. There are 13 tracks, no skits, but I can only give you guys the top 3, not the top 5. The first track is called Recognize, and this is somewhat of a, well, it starts off as a skit, but it's actually an actual song, and this features Chris Rock and was produced by the Neptunes. The second track is called I Can't Rate, produced by Gotti, followed by Cold Blooded, produced by the Neptunes. Track number 4, which is the only single off of this album, called I Got Your Money. Probably Old Dirty's most recognizable single, if I do say so myself. This one featuring Kellis, or Kels, how you pronounce it. And it was produced by the Neptunes. I did not know that. That one was new to me, I will admit. Track number 5 is called Rollin' With You. Rollin', no G, but with the apostrophe, and there's no H in with. Rollin' With You, produced by Mr. Fingers and Gotti. Track number 6 is called Getting High. Again, no second G at the end of getting, but with the apostrophe. And it features Raising the Zookeeper, 12 O'Clock, Lod the Darkman, and Shorty. Wow, okay, this is the actual name. Shorty Shitstain, which is, wow, that's crazy. That's an interesting name. And it was produced by Buddha Monk. Track number 7 is You Don't Want to Fuck With Me, produced by DL and Gotti, followed by Nigga Please, which is the name of the album, produced by RZA, RZA. Track number 9 is called Dirt Dog, produced by Buddha Monk and co-produced by RZA. Track number 10 is called I Want Pussy, which is funny, produced by RZA. Followed by Good Morning Heartache, featuring Lil Mo, produced by Flavorhood Productions. Followed by All In Together Now, produced by True Master. And the last track off this album, which is very interesting, is Cracker Jack, produced by RZA. This was unlisted on the album, so that's why it's interesting. Alright, let's get on with the only single off this album, Got Your Money. So this joint came out August 24th. 1999, and yes, there is a music video for this as well. Now here's something interesting. In 2012, a parody of the song was made by ADHD called Where You Hide Your Money, with 2012 Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney as the subject of the song. In 2013 and 14, an altered version of the song appeared in a television commercial for Boost Mobile, and in 2015 a trailer for the Get Hard film, which is very interesting. And yeah, again, there's a music video for this, used as they use footage from the 1975 Black Exploitation film Dolomite, basically from Dolomite basically. And no new footage of ODB was filmed for the video, unfortunately. Footage from ODB rather, was taken from the 1995 music video for Shimmy Shimmy Ya. That's very interesting. And it features Kels with Beverly P and Tangy Miller as backup dancers. So there you go with that. And it did make the charts. It was 82nd out in France, 96th in the Netherlands, 11th on the UK singles, 19th on the US Billboard Hot 100, and 26th on the US Billboard Hot 100 charts as well. 19th on the US Billboard R&B/Hip Hop Songs chart. There you go. And it did get silver in the UK, selling around 200,000 copies. All right, with the only single out the way about this album, let me give you guys my best tracks off this album first, from worst to first. I Want Pussy, the worst track off this album. The tempo is cool, the melody was straight, needs a bass, the kick is cool, and the snare is straight. Overall, the track was just straight. Next up is Crackerjack. The tempo is cool, the melody is cool, the bass is cool, the kick is cool, snare is cool, overall the track is cool. You know, nothing unordinary there. Next up, Good Morning Heartache. The tempo is cool for this type of beat anyway. The melody is cool, bass is cool, the kick is really cool, the snare is cool, overall the track is cool. Next up is Getting High. Tempo is really cool, melody is just cool, needs a bass, the kick is really cool. More so, and this is because it's mostly because of the pattern than the actual kick itself. That's why I like to say the kick is really cool. The snare is cool. Overall, the track is cool as the drums carry this track without question. Next up is Dirty Dog. The tempo is really cool. Melody is cool. The bass is straight, just needs more of it. The kick is cool. The snare is really cool. Overall, the track is cool. All in together now. The tempo is cool, but could be a little bit faster. The melody is really cool. The bass is cool, same with the kick, but it needs more of a presence. The snare is really cool. Overall, the track is cool. Next up, Got Your Money. The tempo is really cool. Not much of a melody, as the bass was pretty much the melody, and the bass was cool, by the way. The kick is really cool, same with the snare. Overall, the track is really cool. Next up is Cold Blooded. The tempo is cool, the melody is cool, no bass, but the 808s are excellent. The snare is really cool, the track is really cool, as the drums carry this track without question. Next up, Rolling With You. The drum pattern is cool, the tempo is really cool, same with the melody, the bass is cool, same with the kick. The snare is excellent. Overall, the track is really cool, as the track starts at the 22nd seconds mark. And the fourth best track off this album is I Can't Wait. The beat pattern is really cool, tempo is really cool, the melody is cool, the bass is cool, but needs to bang more. The kick is really cool, the snare is cool, overall the track is really cool. Now I'm about to give you guys my top 3 tracks off this album. The best track off this album is Nigga Plays. The tempo is really cool, as it works for this type of beat. Okay, here's where things get interesting. So there's 2 different melodies / samples at work here. So there's a certain part of the track where the melody / sample doing the majority of the verse is excellent. It is really, really dope. Like, it is really, really dope. But then there's another part of the melody / sample that was just cool. So if you were to listen to the song for the first time, the first melody or sample you hear, that's the part that's cool. But then when it's changed after that, that's when it became excellent, without question. Needs a bass, as there's no bass here. The kick is cool and the snare is really cool, but you know, despite all that, the track is still really cool nevertheless. Second best track off this album is Recognize. This was obviously a Neptune track when you first heard it. The tempo is cool, the melody is really cool, the bass is cool, the kick is really cool, the snare is really cool, overall the track is really cool. Number 1 track off this album, You Don't Want to Fuck With Me. The tempo is cool, the melody / sample is really cool, the bass is really cool, same with the kick and the snare. Overall, the track is really cool. So yeah, You Don't Want to Fuck With Me is the best track off this album, followed by Recognize, and then Nigga Plays. Alright, let me give you guys the professional ratings real quick. All Music gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. Alternative Press gave it a 3 out of 5. Entertainment Weekly gave it a C+. LA Times gave it 3 out of 4 stars. NME gave it 9 out of 10. Rolling Stone, wow, okay, this is conflicting here. Rolling Stones gave it 4 out of 5 stars. But the Rolling Stone Album Guide gave it 2 out of 5 stars. Those are some conflicting reviews or ratings from the Rolling Stones. So that's interesting. The Source gave it 4 out of 5. Spin gave it an 8 out of 10. And USA Today gave it a 3 out of 4 stars. So what do I think about this album? Okay, I have to say that this album is much better than his debut album, in my opinion, which was Return to the 36 Chambers, the 30 verse, and of course I reviewed that one last week. It had a great start, but once it got to I Want Pussy, that's when things went downhill a bit. But the first 9 tracks off this album was really cool at least, or cool / really cool at least. I'm gonna have to give this album a 4.25 out of 5. I recommend you download it and you keep it. If you got a physical copy of this album, that is a plus. So yeah, 4.25 out of 5. Pretty good, really good tracks off of this album. So yeah, I highly recommend you check that out. Link to the entire album will be in the description box below. So with all of that said, y'all know who this is. This is boy New J Gatsby, aka New Stephen A. Smith, saying peace out, y'all, and I'll see y'all next time. Yeah.